We are back. The Beer Bros have returned. Got some equipment upgrades. We're getting official here, Rob. Well, at least
Yeah,
I am.
I know. I need to get a mic now, or a microphone. Yeah,
Time to step your game up. Time to step your
yeah.
game up. Gauntlet's been thrown. Welcome back, folks, to episode 3 of our quarantine show. Got a fun one. I'm off the 450 north, so we got some new stuff to try out.
Some more barrel aged stuff from me.
Yeah, Rob's continuing the train, so it's going to be a fun one. Let's loaded show. So let's jump into it, Rob. Quick update on where people can find us and everything.
Yep. Untapped Dub Beer Bros. Check us out. Check out our reviews on there. Email us. Tell us how much you love us. Tell us how much you hate us. dubbeerbros@gmail.com. Listen to our previous episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor. Check out our YouTube page. On Twitter, dubbeerbros1, @dubbeerbros1, and Instagram, dubbeerbrospod. Also, if you haven't already, like and follow our Facebook page.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the best way to kind of see a bunch of our stuff. We do impromptu beer reviews. We do all sorts of cool stuff that you don't necessarily see here. And once we're able to do podcasts again, you'll want to be updated on everything that we do. So, yeah, it's good. It's a good time. Let's get into it, Rob. What beers do you have on tap for today?
So, I am working with some founder stuff. I am working with the barrel aged KBS, which is the Kentucky Kentucky Breakfast Stout, and then I got the CBS, the Canadian Breakfast Stout.
Not to be confused with the television channel CBS, home to Survivor. Sorry, I had to say it. Yes, awesome. And then for me today, if you guys follow us on Twitter, you saw that I was doing a bunch of curbside pickups. So for the next few shows, going to have a lot of that stuff. This one here, we have our Lil Buddy Lager from Hopewell Brewing Company. It's adorable, I know. And then we have from Pilot Project, they have their house pale ale. So going to be trying that out. Rob, you want to start us off?
Sure, absolutely. So I definitely want to save founders in general for a later podcast where we just focus on them. So I'm not going to delve too much into the brewery itself. But like I said, we got the first beer I'm doing is KBS, Kentucky Breakfast Stout from Founders. It's their first barrel aged beer. The brewery is located in Grand Rapids, Michigan. A little fun fact, and I thought this was kind of crazy. They store some of their barrels in underground caves in Grand Rapids. I'm like, there's caves in Grand Rapids? I didn't know that.
I've been in them.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I've actually been to Founders, did a tour there, so it's a really cool place. The guy that did our tour was awesome. Just kept force feeding us drinks. It was great. Grand Rapids, beer capital of the world.
Right?
What's that?
Responsibly, right?
We only Ubered and walked.
Perfect.
Never overindulged.
No, never.
But Founders, they got some good stuff. I'm excited to do that later on the show, but let's go ahead and jump into KBS here.
Absolutely. So Kentucky Breakfast Stout is what it stands for. So from the beer description per their website, this beer taught us that patience truly is a virtue. KBS is a big imperial stout brewed with a massive amount of coffee. I'm going to like that. And chocolate, and then barrel aged to perfection. Incredibly silky and full body with notes of vanilla, cocoa, roasted coffee, and charred oak. And they aged it for 1 year. So looking at the bottle, it's kind of plain, but I think it kind of has a classic look to it. Actually, I feel like the letters are kind of like Western looking.
It does kind of have that like Old West, like a wanted poster kind of look to it. Wouldn't be surprised to see someone's face on it.
Yeah.
Sounds weird.
Open this bad boy up.
Crack it open.
Obviously, these I don't really want to comment on the color too much. I feel like just a broken record.
It's dark.
I do like I like the bubbles though. I think that's a nice layer of bubbles right there.
A little bit more bubbly than some of the ones in the past.
Yeah,
That one is a little bit more fresh, I would assume.
yeah, it's their 2019 series, both of these that I'm reviewing here. So yeah, pretty fresh. ABV is 12.2%. Obviously, with all these barrel-aged beers, you're going to have a lot more alcohol content. I think the Bourbon County stuff was 13 or 14%. This one's 12.2. You definitely get that coffee smell right away. There's notes of chocolate. I don't think it's as heavy though. It's I mostly pick up just the coffee on the first sniff.
Okay. But there's only one way to find out truly what it's going to taste like.
That's true. Ooh, that is delicious. I almost want to say I even pick up on a little caramel maybe, but that might be from the bourbon barrels though as well. They kind of do give off a little bit of that taste. Pick up on the cocoa right away, cocoa and chocolate. I mean, obviously the coffee is in the forefront, but the chocolate, the cocoa, it soon follows after.
Do you get any other kind of like breakfast kind of taste to it, or is it just the coffee?
I mean, maybe a little vanilla, but I know that's not a breakfast taste.
Normally not.
But it's I don't know, probably not. I mean, it's mostly coffee and chocolate, and it's very tasty though.
I mean, we could all probably take a stab at what time of year it's going to be, but is it a winter?
It's a winter beer. Honestly, I feel like it could be like a bonfire beer.
Okay.
So, fall time or even around this time. I mean, it's.
It was snowing today, so.
Yeah. If you live in the Midwest, want to throw a bonfire at home, have a fire pit or whatever, I think it's a good beer to just warm up to. So a food pairing, I kind of, I want something that's flavorful, is what I've been saying with a lot of these barrel-aged beers. I'd love to have like a T-bone steak with this. If you're going, entree dessert-wise, maybe either some like rich chocolate cake, I would say, like maybe some Portillo's cake.
Ooh.
Cake.
Absolutely.
Or maybe some chocolate truffles if you kind of want something like lighter.
A little truffle action, huh?
Yeah, okay. A little truffle action. So
getting fancy here.
Absolutely. And then to round this bad boy out, let's give it a score. Let's give it one more taste right here.
Taste it up. Taste it up.
Almost dropped the bottle. So I think the more I drink it, the more I pick up on the chocolate on the back of my tongue. I feel like it's a little sweet. I don't think it's as good as the Bourbon County brand stout. I think it's still very tasty though. I'm going to give it a 3.73.
3.73. Pretty high, along with some of the other ones. So nice work. Good job, Founders.
Solid.
Anything else on the KBS?
I think that's it right now.
Awesome. Moving on to me. So like I said, I had been doing a lot of curbside pickups. So one of the places I went to was Hopewell Brewing Company. It was actually my last stop on the day, funny enough. I don't know why that's funny, but whatever. So this one I have here, this is the Lil Buddy Lager. Adorable, adorable can. It is only 8 fluid ounces. It's 4.7% ABV, so should be good. Little history about Hopewell Brewing Company. Maybe we'll do an extended thing on the show later, but just some simple stuff. They opened it in 2016 in Logan Square. They were founded by Samantha Lee, Stephen Bosu, and Jonathan Fritz. And a little fun fact, you can also buy a small house plant from Chicago Plant Shop with your order. I did not. I'm not responsible enough to take care of a plant, so I was like, no, screw it. Probably try to give it beer. Who knows? I'm not a plant guy. Just I'm a beer guy. So, Little Buddy Lager. Let's give a little update here. Not update. Description. Little Buddy is a delightful little lager, of course. A snack, a proverbial +1. This easygoing, lighthearted lager slides right up with other boozy pals, but surely holds its own if you're just looking for a little less, which sometimes is more. Would you hear that? I hate hearing myself. That sucks.
A little beer for a snack.
It's the only downside. Switch this out to the right ear. Okay. Let's give this here.
Again, a great crack.
Thank you. If there's one thing I'm good at,
it's cracking a cold one.
I'm gonna pour this whole bad boy.
Hey, right? I mean, it's a snack.
It is. It's a little snack. It's a little midnight snack. If you look there, nice and light, very clear. Actually, it's. I mean, honestly, it does not really have that much of a yellow color to it from this point of view. Maybe it looks a little bit more yellow on camera, but
pretty translucent. I mean, I could see your face through the beer glass.
Yeah. See if you can.
Beer.
Maybe I look better this way. Who knows? More pleasant to look at that way. Smell-wise, you could definitely. I mean, it smells like just about any other lager out there. Nothing too crazy. Nice and simple. Get a little bit of that maltiness smell to it. So, but
only one way to find out.
That's damn right. Yeah, it's solid. It's a nice solid lager. Not going to blow you away by any means, but it's not bad. There you go. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to blow you away by any means. Taste wise, it tastes about any other lager out there. If I were to compare it to a lager, I'm not too sure. I don't know. I mean, it's your run of the mill lager. Nothing crazy. It's not bad. It's not
like a fancier Miller Lite, would you say?
I suppose. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit more bite to it than a Miller Lite, I suppose, but still pretty easy drinking and all that.
Some people like that.
I mean, I got nothing wrong with a great taste, less filling. So yeah, no, it's fine. If I'm going to food pairing, you could pretty much do this with just about anything. If I were drinking this with this, it probably would go well with an appetizer since it's a snack. You go snack on snack. Specific appetizer. Let's go some cheese sticks. I don't know. Like, it just seems like the perfect kind of combo, a lager and some cheese sticks.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's not going to blow you away by any means, but it's still solid. It's a solid little appetizer for you. Little buddy and some little mott sticks. I don't know. Score wise, like I said, not really anything crazy, but still solid. Give it a 2.74.
Okay.
Yeah. It's fine. It's not going to blow you away, but still good. And yeah, that's Little Buddy Lager for you. Rob, on to your next beer.
Well, the next one, because I realized, these are considered like breakfast stouts. I didn't really give like a breakfast food pairing, so I'm gonna get. I think I will have one for this one that I'm about to crack open, and you'll understand in just one sec.
I better. Also, excuse me, I had tacos, so I'm got some belches going on. It's not good.
Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday.
It's Taco Tuesday.
Would that beer go well with your tacos?
Absolutely. Can't go wrong with a lager.
Absolutely. All right, so moving on to the next one. Again, doing another Founders beer. This is the CBS. So it's the Canadian breakfast stout.
Is it going to be Canadian bacon?
Will you let me get to this?
I think I got it.
So this is the same beer as the KBS. I just want to say that. And when I say it's the same beer, it's not the same beer, but it is.
That doesn't make any sense.
And I'll explain. So for all these barrel-aged beers, you do use a base beer. There's a base beer that's created before it's aged in the barrels. It's the same beer that they use for each one. However, the barrels are different. So I'll give you a little description I found off the website. So it was first brewed by their brewmaster, Jeremy Kosmicki. He stumbled upon bourbon barrels that had previously housed maple syrup in Canada.
Smart.
Adding the same beer as the Kentucky Breakfast Stout, CBS was born. Rich maple syrup, roasted coffee, and a very velvety chocolate meld together in this barrel-aged beer to create a transcendental drinking experience. I can't read today.
It's okay. It's quarantine. So it's the KBS, but with a little maple syrup added to it.
Yes.
Okay.
So it should be sweeter, which I'm a little worried about, but if it's like chocolate chip pancakes, I'm down with that. That sounds pretty good to me.
Can never go wrong with a fat stack of chocolate chip pancakes.
Absolutely. ABV here is 11.3. Same type of color, obviously. It's a stout. I don't think I pick up the syrup in the smell, though. Maybe faintly. I actually feel like I pick up more bourbon in the smell, which is interesting. But it could be deceiving. I mean, as Joe likes to say.
I mean, there's really only one way to find out, it sounds like. Excuse me. This is gross.
Oh, yeah. Wow. That's interesting. That is very interesting. That's very tasty. It definitely doesn't have that stout, bitter coffee taste that I got from the first one. This is very smooth. I did pick up on a lot of the bourbon and a lot of the maple syrup, obviously. Actually, I feel like I have maple syrup on my tongue right now.
That's good.
It's kind of lingering.
Lingerer.
Yeah.
Fucking lingerer, man.
Like I said, very tasty, very smooth. This could definitely go with a lot of different breakfast food combinations. Since I'm going to get right to it, my food pairing right off the bat is bacon and eggs.
What kind of bacon?
What kind of bacon? I guess Canadian bacon, but I would prefer regular bacon because I think Canadian bacon is just like ham. Anyways, the bottle, it's just a horse. Looks like
just a horse. It's probably a Mounties horse, Rob.
Probably.
Dudley Do-Right's horse.
So, kind of a cool look to it. It's very arty, I feel like.
Okay. I can dig it.
Yeah, like I said, food pairing, definitely like bacon and eggs. If you want to drink this for, during breakfast, if you're going entree, I might go with like a bacon burger. I think it would go really well with that. Maybe throw a little fried egg on there.
So it's just your bacon and eggs with a hamburger.
Yeah, bacon burger.
You tried to spin that like it was supposed to be something different, but it's...
Yeah, but there's a lot of burger. You could go to any restaurant, and that's a combo on a burger.
It's not my kind of combo.
I know it's not. Anyways,
Are you gonna
I
put
can't believe I'm
Canadian bacon
going
on
to
it?
say this. What's that?
Are you gonna put Canadian bacon on it?
No, 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 I'm not. Time of year. This is going to be. It's going to be the winter time again. I'm gonna stick with that. Maybe the fall again, but I mean this is definitely a quarantine beer. You know, let's say it's a Sunday morning. You want to cook up a big breakfast for yourself. This is a great beer to pair it with. I mean, what else you got to do? Grab a beer, watch The Sopranos. You know, make yourself some breakfast. Watch whatever whatever show you're catching up on.
Let's not discriminate. Other people have a lot of stuff to watch, man.
I just finished The Sopranos. Anyways, I'll get to that later. But
We will.
yeah, I want to mention it.
Okay, awesome. What score are we giving?
I'm gonna rate this higher actually. This one's going to be a 3.83. So not much higher, but I think I did enjoy it more actually. And I usually like that stout bitterness, but this was very smooth, very delectable, very tasty. And if you hold the beer longer on your tongue, you definitely pick up more of the maple syrup. So
awesome. Okay, awesome.
highly recommend.
Founders, they make some good stuff. They continue the fabulous trend that they've been on. So awesome. I won't be trying them, but
No, that's
if you're a stout person, if you're a coffee person, if you're a bacon person, go have it.
Absolutely.
Alrighty. Finishing up here for me, I have our last beer. We have a crowler, so we're gonna have a good night tonight. Pilot Project. They are they're a bit of a different brewery. They aren't necessarily your normal brewery. They're actually a brewery incubator used to help support talented brewers, just about anywhere. They're constantly fostering experimentation. So say you or I are a home brewer, we want to get our beer out there, we can talk to Pilot Project. They will actually help brew your beer, package it, distribute it, sell it, kind of get your name out there. So
That's awesome.
Yeah. They also have a tasting room for local coffee brewers and bakers. So, I went in there when I was doing my pickups, and they had a very chill vibe there. So maybe at some point, whenever I'm allowed to leave our home, we'll go there. Dog friendly, which is always great. So
bring the pooches.
Got to bring the pooches. I wanted to get their own beer in there just because it'd be too difficult to, not difficult, but it'd be like Pilot Project / whoever. So just what with normal Pilot Project, their house pale ale, crowler. The can it just has the label of what I got. It's nothing special. Let's get that cracked open. Requires
a lot of crowlers.
Quick description of the house pale: 5.2% ABV. It is a blend of apricot, nectarine, and orange with a mildly dank finish, full-bodied and extremely drinkable. I would hope it was, but all those kind of flavors sound delicious. So look forward to that.
It's dank.
That is very dank. Ooh,
right
off the bat, you could definitely smell that kind of nectarine, apricot smell to it. It is very fruity. Very, very, tastes very good. Let's look at that.
Looks tropical.
It does look very tropical. Back a little bit. Yeah, color-wise, definitely a lot darker. Very, very dark, actually. I can't even see my fingers between it. So, interesting. Smell very good. Let's but there's only one way to find out. Let's give it a little taste. A little tasty taste. Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. You definitely get a lot of the combating flavors with it. Probably more the nectarine and apricot than you do the orange. So
Nectarine. I feel like that's not a fruit I see in a lot of beers.
That or apricot. I really don't see that a
Yeah.
lot. Orange, you know, you get that blue moon and stuff like that. You can see it, but
Sure.
yeah. I mean, it's a good beer. You know, kind of similar to Little Buddy. It's not really going to blow you away by any means, but it's tasty. Got a little bit more flavor to it, a little bit more, I guess, exoticness with it. Not Joe exotic, just exoticness.
Hopefully not Joe Exotic.
No. Yeah, you know, it's solid. If I was gonna go food pairing with it, yeah, I mean, this one's kind of like a similar answer to a lot of what we have. Is usually like a charcuterie board. I think this does go well, just because there are a lot of tropical fruity flavors, a lot of different kind of combating flavors. You want to go with something a little bit more simple, I suppose. So, you know, just some cheese and crackers. I think that does probably bode well. That way, it doesn't over accentuate anything. But yeah, I mean, it's solid. Probably would get this more often than I would the Little Buddy. But let's see. Score wise, let's get another sip on that. It's a shitty pour, whatever. I'm going to give it a 2.98. Pretty good. Pretty good, actually. You know, actually, the foam doesn't taste too bad either, surprisingly. Yeah, 2.98. It's good. Definitely going to try some of their other house stuff, but obviously also we'll have to sample out some of their more experimental places with other home brewers. So, yeah, not bad. I liked it.
Interesting. Good stuff.
Oh, excuse me. Thank you. Yeah, and so those are the beers for today. As always with these quarantine shows, we like to do a little extra at the end because we can. So, Rob, what do we have on tap here?
So first of all, I do want to. I'll make a quick thing about the TV shows because I do need a TV show recommendation now. I just finished The Sopranos. Phenomenal show, by the way. Definitely like a top 5 show for me that I've ever seen. Highly recommend to anyone out there. Need a recommendation though on my next show.
You like Breaking Bad, right?
I did.
Better Call Saul.
Might have to hop on that.
Dude,
I'm thinking that or Ozark. Keep going back and forth in my head.
I got to start Ozark. I did just start Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That show's hilarious.
That is a funny show.
On season 2 right now. So, but yeah, Better Call Saul. Or if you really want to eat up some time, all 40 seasons of Survivor. I could tell you which ones to skip. But saying.
Definitely have enough time to do it.
You do. You got it. You got an Amazon account?
I do.
You got a Hulu account?
I do. I definitely have a place where I can watch it all.
Guess what? Just saying.
Anyways, so our second part, I posted this on Twitter. Pick your quarantine fridge. First off, before I share the screen to show everyone the quarantine fridge, but I've been enjoying like all these pictures of like choose between the 6 or whatever. Or
I mean, even if we weren't in quarantine, I'd be enjoying this. So
I know.
Right up our alley.
Anyways, let's share this bad boy.
There we are. 1 through 6.
Yep. So we got in the first one. It looks, some of these I've never heard of. So
let's just go with kind of the highlights of them.
Sure. So Stone Brewing, back up. Fridge 1. We got Stone Brewing, Allagash,
Hop Butcher's
one. Hop Butcher. Some of the others I don't know. But Fridge 2, we got Bell's. Very intriguing. Love Bell's. Pipeworks. It's turned into one of my favorites.
Told you, man. Like. They're awesome.
They got some good stuff. I love the can work, the artwork on the cans. Really interesting stuff. Like Joe said, he did some curbside pickup. He helped me out. He got me a 4-pack of their Pilsner, and then one of their, I believe it's a stout, like an oatmeal stout.
Pothole City, yeah.
Pothole City, which I'm very excited to try because I love the artwork. I love the name of the beer. Might be an impromptu review. Anyways, number 3, we got Off Color, which another one who, another brewery on the list that Joe went to on Saturday.
Gotcha.
Sierra Nevada, which they're a West Coast brewery. Definitely will do them at some point on the show. They got some good stuff. Their Oktoberfest is pretty solid too.
Yeah, they're always a beer fest that we're always at. So, yeah.
Absolutely. I've heard of Toppling Goliath. Never tried it. Fridge 4 might be the most intriguing one, though. Not to be biased, but Goose Island's there. Three Floyds. Love Three Floyds. Can't wait to have them on the show.
Dogfish Head, too, is another one that they've got some good beers.
They have a low-cal IPA that's probably the best one out of the bunch, in my opinion, that I tried recently. Number 5, you got Revo.
Boom.
Joe's go-to.
The
other ones I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, we can get into it.
And then the last one has New Glarus, which another one that kind of hits home.
Special to our heart. That was the first one we did. So
yeah, absolutely. The other ones, yeah, I'm not too familiar with, but anyways, yeah, Joe and I talked about this. We were kind of like going back and forth with which one would you choose, Joe?
Yeah, this one's hard because I mean, obviously, Revolution is my favorite brewery. They make a lot of things that I really enjoy. The Hero series alone is delicious. Spoiler alert: Revolution will be having a couple real soon that I'll be featuring. But I mean, the only thing that's dinging number 5 for me is the other 5. I have no idea what those breweries are. So just
sure
kind of,
I
mean, I'm sure they're good if they're on this, obviously. But I mean, it's just it's hard because I do love Revolution, but I feel like I would get sick of it if I was just stuck with this the whole time. No, that's crazy talk. I wouldn't be sick of it. But you want some diversity, and you don't want to, what if all the other 5 suck and then I run out of Revolution? Then I'm stuck either powering through terrible beer or
for all we know, these brewers are probably really good. They probably make very good beer.
Oh yeah, I'm not like trying to just like kill them right away, but there's a risk. There's risk in the unknown.
Sure.
If I had to go like a top 3, it would probably be 4, 5, and 2. I think those are the top 3 for me. 1, Stone's all right. Hop Butcher's good. Allagash Weiss is fine, but not really anything that blows me away. 3, I like Off Color. I like a couple things from Off Color. They have some pretty good stuff, but Sierra Nevada's fine. The other ones I really don't know. And then 6, New Glarus. They're good, but again, it's kind of similar to number 5, where it's just I don't like New Glarus as much as I like Revolution to only stick to New Glarus. So
sure,
it would be between those 3. I'll narrow them down, but you go through your thought process while you narrow these things down.
So I am going to go in this order too. I'll go from 3 to 1 in my order in my head. I'm going 3 to 4. So 4 is number 1. 4 is my number 1 choice. My second choice would be Fridge number 2, and then my third choice would be number 3.
You will never receive any more Revolution from me. How dare you?
Even though I just ordered a 6-pack of Fifth City from Joe.
This is before you revealed your choice. So
it's a great pale ale. Anyways, my argument is number 4, I feel like has the best variety.
Oh yeah.
And I could drink, like going back to Joe's point, it's the fridge. You could drink something new every day and really enjoy it.
Oh, yeah.
Goose just put out recently like a lemonade beer. So I'm interested to try that. I feel like they're always coming out with like new beers every maybe 4 to 6 months, it feels like.
Yeah.
I feel like that would never, I mean, Goose alone would never die out. Three Floyds, love Three Floyds. I mean, it's kind of something I feel like we've recently gotten into. We definitely have to make a trip up to.
Right.
They definitely have some favorites from us. And
I think it's a trip down too. I think they're below us.
yeah.
Well, I believe there's
It's a trip east. So they're right over the border in Indiana anyways. But and then Dogfish, like I said, I think they have some solid beers, and like that Low-Cal IPA was probably one of the best that I've had out of those bunch. So after that, I love Bell's Brewery. I took a visit up there. That's very cool.
Oberon.
Yes, absolutely. I don't think I could ever get sick of Oberon.
No,
Pipeworks like
Oberon is the perfect summer beer. Like without a doubt, hands down. If you told me I could only drink one beer during the summer, it's Oberon. Like that's a beer you could never get sick of.
Absolutely. Pipeworks, like I said, is turning into a personal micro favorite of mine. And then the last one, Off Color, I've had a few of theirs. Good stuff. Definitely like up and coming, I would say. And then Sierra Nevada, and that one in Fridge 3 as well. A lot of good stuff.
Okay. But now, I mean, so four, if you're only able to choose one, 4 is the one you're going with for sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, 5, I mean, just like, oh, man. Like, it's very hard to not pick Revolution. I mean.
Sure.
Oh, man, there's so many guys. Like, my fridge is literally chock. Is it chock? Yeah, whatever. Chock full of it. Chop, like karate chop. Who fucking cares? It's chock full of it. So
yeah, chock full of it. Yeah, I don't know.
Full of it. Chop full of who? Apparently, I've had too much to drink already.
Well, he's drinking a growler over there, so.
Yeah.
I think number 5 would be fun though, because not only do you get Revo, but you get all these new breweries along with it.
I can always fall back on Old Reliable. So, absolutely. I mean, there's that, and then 2, like I just pounded the fist saying, like, I would drink Oberon, only beer I could drink in the summer. Like that would be the choice. And they have some other good stuff, but I mean, it's hands down Oberon there. Pipeworks, I mean, outside of Close Encounters, everything else I've had is very good from from Pipeworks. So, and then Goose Island, Three Floyds, those are 2 that do have a wide variety.
Oh, boy. It's tough,
but
Joe, it's okay. We don't actually have to make this decision.
No, I have to now. Give me number 5. I mean, Revolution, just there's so much to drink there.
That's fair.
There's so much good stuff there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go number 5.
Awesome.
And I'll take my chances with the other places, which I'm sure are very lovely places. I'm sure.
Anyways, tell us what you think. I threw out a tweet. Definitely respond to us. Tell us what you think. Tell us if you want us to have any on the show. If you, if you see like a brewery on here that you're like, how do these dumb shits not know this brewery or whatever? Tell us. I mean, we'll throw it on the show.
Yeah, especially if it's number 5. Like, if I'm stuck with this, I would like to know the beers I'm getting myself into. So, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, other than that, I mean, there we go. Back to full screen action here. I really don't have anything else to say.
Nothing else?
Yeah. We're going to have some exciting shows coming up because I got a whole lot of beer I got to get through. So,
I do as well. I got the, get a certain beer that's named after a certain Netflix show.
I mean, do we want to give people a tease of what we're going to drink next week? Or not next, probably Friday or Saturday?
Yeah. So the plan is we made a little trip to Goose Island, picked up a couple, it's growlers, right? It's not
Growlers.
Okay.
Growler is in like the bottle. Crowler is in the can.
Okay. So I picked up a couple crawlers, 32-ounce cans. We got Goose Island Tiger King, which is supposedly like a hazy IPA. And then we have a 312 like coffee, like 312 with like coffee notes in it. So I'm very interested to try that. I saw that on their site and I thought, that's a Rob beer right there.
That's 100% a Rob beer. Definitely probably left over from their 312 day celebration. That's not a word. Celebration.
I know what you meant.
I think we all know it. You're going to have to get used to me not. Yeah, and then for me, I have, speaking of Revolution, I have 2 crowlers from them. One is Jumpy Juice, which sounded delicious. The other one was it's something Millwood or something. I don't remember. They threw it in there as I got like this case and that was in there. So I was like, all right, cool. So yeah, I'll be doing Revolution, and then Friday, maybe, I don't know. Still have to talk about what we want to talk about after, but the NFL draft is coming up. Maybe we do like a mock draft of beers. I don't know. Who knows? We can discuss later on that, but
you know what they always say, or what you always say. There's only one way to find out.
There is only one way to find out, and that's to tune in Friday or Saturday whenever we post this video.
Yep. So but to close out, as always, we invite you to come along and drink these beers with us. Make a beer drive. Do some curbside pickup. Support your local breweries.
Absolutely.
Highly recommend. If you're up as much as Joe.
I mean, you don't have to spend as much as I did, but I did it for a bunch of it wasn't just for me. I did it for other people as well. If you're tired of sitting at your home,
it's a great way to get out.
It's a great way I killed 5 hours on a Saturday. It was a great, and I did not make any human contact outside of a couple of popping the trunk open or walking into a building and grabbing a bag. It's perfectly safe. Wear a mask. Go do some pickup. Support your local businesses because
support them.
They're the ones that are hurting right now, and
absolutely
help them out.
A lot of people out of jobs right now. So support them while we can. Yeah. While they're shut down, just for curbside pickup.
Do the curbside. Do it responsibly. Don't be picking those up and then opening them up. That's a silly idea. Drink water while you're driving. No texting and driving. All that stuff. And just be safe. Be responsible.
And